My prayers for the 100,000 Asian American students, the 1 million college students in the New York City metro area, the Asian American church, and for the Asian American community. They would share in the heart of Jonah, and that they would have concern for that great city. And that concern that came from God would transform, would bring about shalom and peace in all areas of life.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
I dream that there'd be opportunities for Asian American students all across the Northeast, from Maine down to Washington, that there'd be opportunities, whether through EPIC or through other ministries, that they would be able to hear the gospel and grow somewhere on the major campuses in the entire Northeast. There's a lot of them there. There's a lot of campuses that don't even have a crew movement, but at least at the major universities, that Asian American would hear a culturally acceptable presentation of the gospel and grow in the context of their faith and their culture. That's what would be one of my dreams. The second one is something related to the alumni that graduate from our universities. That I've noticed that they've been going to a lot of the areas that they graduate to and get jobs are in Boston, Philadelphia, New York City, and Washington, D.C. And I would like this dream that there be some kind of alumni movement where we could stay in contact with these alumni, that they would be resourced to have effective ministries in their churches and in the marketplace, and that we could somehow stay connected.
Said is, I dream of Asian Americans going in massive numbers to the world. I think Asian Americans have great cross-cultural skills, and it's just a lot easier. And from EPIC's point of view, I'd love all of our partnerships to have full stint teams, and then even beyond that. We've already seen a number of our students go to the world, not all of them with crew, but they've gone. So that motivates me. I'm a win, build, send girl. I have been for 40 years, so that's what motivates me. I don't really need a new dream.
I think what first came to mind is there's I can't remember exactly what song it is, but there's this lyric that every time I've heard this song, it really grips me, and it talks about a person awakening to the beauty of their soul. And I think that when I think about EPIC and I think about the conversations that are happening and I think about our students, I get excited to think of our students coming into our Ohana, our EPIC family, experiencing that and leaving, being able to see themselves not just by grace through faith as a son or as a daughter of God, but as that relates to their Asian Americanness, as that relates to them being Japanese American, Chinese American, Korean American, seeing the beauty, the value, the worth, celebrating that, and then being able to not just see how that impacts their own life, but then as they see all other cultures around them, so that they would be so motivated to then move towards not just other Asian Americans, but towards the world, becoming experts of seeing culture through redemptive lenses. And so I think that's my dream and my hope as we work on the Lone Star team. So thank you very much.
I think when we think of the San Francisco Bay Area, we often think of the things that are broken, the things that we see that aren't great. But I see that heaven is going to be a city, and San Francisco is going to look like that city. That's my dream. I think of how I dream that they would know who Jesus is, who he is really, and that would impact how they see themselves, and that would change the stronghold of shame that I think exists in that city. And I dream that the things that they celebrate, and they're so good at celebrating who they are, praise God, but that they would also celebrate the Lord, and that's, the pride parade would be their pride in the Lord. awesome.
Yeah, I think Jamie's dream kind of hit me. I pray for the room to be filled with volunteer pastors and lay people who are aligned to this vision, that we would overtake the staff. So, I think when you see a unicorn once, they're special, but when you see it 100 times, they're just horses with horns on their head. And so I just feel like there's like hundreds of me out there, and we just need to go find them. So yeah, I think as a just a person partnering with you, I'm just so humbled by the leadership here, and I've never worked with better leaders. Every time I thought I would hit a locked door, it's open. I don't know if you ever had someone who skillfully opens doors for you. You don't even have to break stride. You know, like you're walking together and they take 2 steps and then bam, and then you just keep going. And that's what the leadership at Epic has been for me. Wanting to do a summer project, wanting to lead Day of Faith. Every time I thought I hit a wall, people have opened doors. So I just really want to thank you. And I believe that so many pastors and people who have a heart for what Epic's doing want to join, but they just don't know about it. Kind of like how people want Jesus, but they just don't know. I think there's a lot of unicorns out there. So.
I look forward to having a unicorn.